Hi, it's Michelle with Hike Like a Girl. I am currently working on my resupply for the Continental Divide Trail section hike that I plan to begin on May 1st this year. When you're doing any kind of like long through hike or long section hike, I usually have several resupply options. Me personally, I'm a very picky eater. I'm picky about what I put in my body, and I don't like to rely on things that may or may not be available when I get to a town. So for my entire CDT hike, including this year's long section hike, I plan on pre-buying all my food and having my husband ship me boxes or bring me boxes along. Planning is part of the fun of preparing for the thru hike, and it helps me look forward to it and kind of anticipate what I'm going to be completing later on, and it takes out a lot of the guesswork for you too, so I don't have to be stressed out going into the hike because I've already done a lot of that prep work in advance. All right, so I mentioned that I'm a planner, which probably comes from 24 years in the fire service, but I actually created a CDT logistics plan, and in that plan I have every stop that I'm going to make along the way, every resupply. I included information like how far it was in between each town stop, how many days food I anticipated needing, locations once I get to town of hotel options or lodging options or camping options, places that I can do laundry, whether or not that town stop has fuel available. I just have a host of information that I've included in this plan. I have phone numbers and contact for different hotels. I've got the post office locations and hours of operation, which is important because they're not open every day, and the hours in some of those small towns are very strange. So I've included all of that information in this plan. To get that information, I watched a lot of other people's YouTube videos, other thru hikers over the seasons. I used, like I mentioned, that Far Out app. It has some great information, and it has updated comments by actual users who have made comments about town stops and where you can get different items and if those items were available and the quality of the different lodging that's available in those towns. So there's a lot of useful information that's updated regularly by other users of the app. And then I also visited the Continental Divide Trail Coalition website, and they have a free training guide that you can download, and it has a lot of the same type of useful information. So here is a sample of one of my resupply boxes. I just used the US Postal Service priority mail flat rate boxes for my resupplies. Since most of these are going to post offices. And so this is the way that you actually address the box for a general delivery to a post office. And on each side of my boxes, I've also put my name, I write hold for CDT hiker, and I put my estimated time of arrival. That may change. I was trying to be kind of conservative, so if I get there earlier, no big deal. And then you can also see, I bought these little stickers, and I put these stickers on each side of the box too, just to make it easier for the post office workers to identify my box. I can just tell them, look for the butterflies on the box. So now on the inside flap of each box, I put which box number it is. So this is my second resupply box. I put where it's going to be going to. This one's going to a post office. And I put how many days worth of food or resupply items do I need to include? And in this case, it's 4 days. So this just helps me when I actually go to pack these boxes. It keeps me organized, and I make sure that I get the right number and amount of food and essential items included in each box. So I have my boxes all addressed and labeled and ready to go. So now I just need to pack them, which is my next step. I only have 8 resupply boxes for this year since I'm only completing the New Mexico section and the San Juan Mountain sections of Colorado, and then I'll be ending and picking back up my thru hike next year. So now it's time to start packing my boxes. So I've got everything laid out. Here's my electrolytes and my daily supplements. And then I've just got, you can see, I've got this box has like a bunch of little sweet candies and things. These are all little breakfasty things and hot chocolates. I got a whole lot of different varieties of bars, and here's little nut butters and condiments like mayonnaise. I've got some jelly and some honey, some beef sticks, and little crackers and nuts, and then little chewy gummy things, and honey stinger waffles, and then mashed potatoes, and I'm doing backpacker pantry meals for most of my dinners. So one benefit of purchasing all of your resupply and shipping yourself boxes is that I could wait until all these different things went on sale. So I saved a lot of money versus just having to buy things in town for whatever price they're charging. One thing for a trail that I include in my resupply are these little compressed towelettes. They're little dehydrated towels, and you just add a little bit of water to them, just a few drops, and they rehydrate and they unroll into a little towelette that you can use for toilet paper or to wipe your face or your feet. So I include those in each of my resupplies, and usually I kind of allot myself like 5 per day, so I can use a few for toilet paper and a couple to wipe my feet and one to wipe my face. Resupply boxes are all packed and ready to go. So all I do now, I'll leave them open until my husband's ready to seal them and mail them off. That way, if I realize I need him to add anything to the boxes, he can just toss it in and send them my way. I hope this video was helpful. And if you have any specific questions, you can just drop them in the comments.